Hopefully my phone's charging. Is it? Yes, it is. What is up? What is up, everybody? Okay, if no one's on in like, what do you say, Rosie? 10, 15 minutes? Talking to my roommate's dog. Uh, she's a black lab. She's noisy and very lovely. Come on. Come on, yes. There you go. Here she is. She's a big girl. Rosie. Rosie. Hi. Hi, babies. You're a good girl. Good girl. Yeah. I do stop motion. That's awesome. Very nice of you to join. Sorry about that. Rosie, can you get down? Sorry, my roommate's dog was on me. Nice to meet you, Vincent and sometimes Leo. Thank you for stopping by. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be kind of talking about, because I'm going to be starting to make a stop motion universe, so I'm going to be talking about that when we have a couple more people join, or at least one more person anyway. But while we're waiting, I'm going to show you what I picked up this week for comic books and action figures. Just need to get an extra pillow just for a little more cushion in my chair. All right. So, you having a good week, ma'am? You having a good week, ma'am? And I do apologize if I'm eating on camera and you find that disgusting, but I haven't had anything to eat since lunch, and I'm very hungry since it is like 8:30. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. So, would you rather see the action figures first or the comic books, man? I'll let you decide since you're the first one to show up. Yeah, don't blow up, don't blow up. Figures? Alright. Now, I didn't get a ton of figures this week, but what I picked up I think is pretty cool. So, after I went to the comic book shop and got my books, I stopped by Walmart, and I've been looking at this figure for the longest time, and I couldn't say no to this price. I found the Jonathan Kent Superboy, or Superman, I mean, for $3, if you can see that. Yeah, let me just say, this is a figure I truthfully was going to buy when it was full price, but I was like, you know what, no one seems to be really, buying it, and only reason why I bought it is because I really enjoyed his solo series, and like I just couldn't say no to that. Now the box is really beat up, but I mean, whatever, it's just a box. But I mean, the figure inside just looks pretty cool. And after I went to that Walmart, there was a GameStop right next to it. Hi, Rosie. There was a GameStop right next to it. So I went there and I found the new Daredevil Elektra. Is that right? Yeah, Elektra Daredevil. Which, pretty cool figure. I was really excited about it when I heard it was announced. Now, I haven't read the storyline where she becomes Daredevil, but I really feel like I should just because I'm kind of curious how it happens. And when I brought her up to the counter, I was told, because GameStop has like a point system that I believe they're getting rid of, and you have to use them all before they expire at the end of the year. And apparently I had 41,000 points, which the lady at the counter said was roughly like $40. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I had like $5 off with being like a pro member, I believe. I think that's what it is. So because of that, I then looked at the shelf again and I found Multiple Man. So basically I got one of these figures for, I only spent like $20. Well, a little over $20 for all three of them between Walmart and GameStop. But let me just say, I really do like this Multiple Man. Like very, very cool looking. I feel like it's definitely better than the one that was released during the Apocalypse Wave, which was a pretty cool figure. But I mean, I just didn't really like the coat on it because I felt like it would inhibit, him a little too much. Right. And those were all the figures that I picked up today. Nothing super, super cool, but still pretty good deal on all of it, I think, between, going to GameStop and Walmart. Uh, well, my stop motions are going to be mostly like ideas that I've always wanted to see played out. Like one of the ideas I kind of wanted to do was like have a completely different roster for the Avengers because don't get me wrong, I really enjoy the Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Hulk, and Black Widow one. But I feel like too many people have done that over the years. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be kind of changing it up a little bit. So on my team, the two that are going to be on it no matter what are Captain America and Iron Man because you can't really have a Avengers team without them on it in my eyes. And a couple of the members that I'm going to be adding for like the first team are going to be I have them on a shelf over there. That's why I'm looking over there. For my team, I'm going to have Iron Man and Cap. I'm going to put Doctor Strange on it. I'm going to add Namor, Moon Knight, Hercules, and Cyclops from the X-Men. Which, I mean, I feel like is, people, or not people, characters that no one really, talks about or uses in like any normal stop motion, And I was kind of thinking after like the first like big movie, like my version of like Infinity War, my version of Endgame. I'm actually going to be having Tony Stark get crippled from the waist down and then go into alcoholism like he did in the comics for his Demon in the Bottle storyline. Just because that storyline very very unique and very crucial to Tony Stark as a character in my eyes. And apologies, I am eating too. And that's kind of what I have for an idea for like the Avengers team up movie. And I was kind of gonna be centering my universe more kind of based on the comics where I have like Marvel versus DC. Maybe I might do that at some point in the future, but I'm gonna be focusing on like a handful of other things just because like don't get me wrong, I like the idea of DC versus Marvel, and I do have a lot of DC figures that I really do want to, bring and do stop motions with. So I might do something about that. So thank you for the idea again. Sorry, I keep forgetting your name, Vincent, and sometimes Leo. Like I like the idea, so thank you for that. What else? And another thing I was kind of thinking about doing as kind of like I'm gonna be having a couple little uh I don't know what to call them. They're like episode based uh, films. One of them is going to be with Deadpool and Deathlock, and the other one is going to be a Nova like solo series. Which, because I've always found the character of Nova to be very mm, unique, and I've always wanted to see him, be brought to light more, just because no one really uses him in anything, from what I've kind of realized. Like even now in the comics, like I have not seen him in a while, so I don't know if people really even use him anymore. And for the Deadpool and Deathlock one, I was gonna be having them go from different universe to different universe, just gathering a team of heroes to defeat. Uh, I'm working on a Nightfall stop motion. Cool. Nightfall is a very good story. I really enjoy that. I'm kind of excited to see where you're going to do with that, man. Which reminds me, I don't think I'm subscribed to you, so after my stream, I'll subscribe to you because I can't really do it at the moment because I'm using my phone. Yeah. And another thing I was thinking about doing. Yeah, no problem, man. What was I about to say? And another idea I kind of had. Um, Sorry, I had a brain fart. Another idea I kind of had was I was going to be like Mysterio is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, and I feel like he doesn't get utilized enough, like at all, because like I truthfully have not seen Mysterio in a comic book since like 2019, and like he is one of my favorite ones, just because he's the only character that can kind of mess with Spider-Man's spider sense. Sorry, I got hair in my mouth. Uh, but I mean, he's not a bad guy. He got screwed over in life, and like he doesn't kill. All he does is just basically rob banks and trick people. That's the main thing that he does. So what I was kind of thinking is make Mysterio like for my universe, uh, like kind of start him off as a villain and then have him grow into the hero role, which I feel like would work very well for the character of Mysterio, just because like he's a guy who gets screwed over because he gets fired from his I think he was I can't remember the exact name. Like he did all like the like the not stunts like the effects for the movies, like explosions and other things like that. And I feel like that would be really useful in like an Avengers team, just so they can like sneak their way into like Hydra, something like that. Like I haven't really thought about it excessively, but I like the idea of Mysterio being on the team. Okay, looks like we got another person watching, so welcome, second person. And for those of you wondering, this is not alcohol, this is cherry Coke. And like I'm planning for like my big bad for like the Deadpool series, Deathlock Deadpool series. Is going to be like uh, Galactus, but I'm not going to have Galactus be like a world-ending threat. I'm having him be like, rather than eating planets, I'll have my Galactus eat universes. Sorry about yawning. But yeah, and I also did kind of want to start a like have a small thing for Spider-Man, like not have it like be like a full run thing, but like put out the occasional episode for him. Like the Spider-Man one I'm going to be kind of, relaxed on, because I know there was a period like I want to say like last year where everybody was doing like a Spider-Man stop motion, which don't get me wrong, as a Spider-Man fan, I enjoyed it. But I mean, I feel like they were kind of what's oversaturating the market, just with like, oh, here's a Spider-Man stop motion, but here's another one and another one and another one. Like it, like I like Spider-Man, but I mean, when they're pushing him an excessive amount, just gets a little, tiring after a while. Uh, do you want me to do a stop motion tutorial? Um, I mean, if you want to, I already have a few like friends who do stop motion, like All That Jazz. Sorry, I got something stuck in my teeth. All That Jazz, Hobo 525, and a handful of others who I've actually, been getting advice from and tips from. But I do appreciate it, man. Thank you. I mean, if you want to make one, I'd be happy to watch it just to get an idea for what to do. Hold on just a second. I think my roommate's home. Oh. Oh. Oh, never mind. It was a guy on a motorcycle. Sorry about that. It was just a dude on a motorcycle. Ugh, excuse me. All right. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Rosie. Do you want to? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Bubble. Come on, big dog. Come on. You can do it. Rosie, you just did it. You're a good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl, Rosie. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm talking to my roommate's dog. Yeah, I take care of her when him and his girlfriend aren't here. So, I mean, I have to do it quite more than I do it at least like 6 times a week, 7 at most. Stupid. Um. But yeah, anyway, I feel like I already answered this, but yes, I like if you want to make a tutorial for me, man, I would appreciate it, and I would like to get tips for it. Where else was I? Okay, now I'm just gonna take a little break from my stop motion universe, just to show what comics I got. Right. I'm gonna save those for last. So starting off with the first comic, I have the Invincible Iron Man issue number 8, and this is an Iron Man Sentinel, which I think is a really cool idea that they're doing for this Iron Man series. And I know for, I think it's like issue 10, they're going to be having Tony Stark marrying Emma Frost, which I kind of like that idea, and I may bring it into my stop motion universe, like after Tony Stark gets crippled, or paralyzed, I should say. I mean, same thing, now that I think about it. But I mean, that's a beautiful cover. Just the big Iron Sentinel with little tiny Tony Stark. Let me actually turn on this for you guys so you can see the screen a little better. Whoops, did not want my PlayStation turned on. Anyway, hope that kind of reflects a little better. But I've been really enjoying the series so far. Like, I'm not a huge Iron Man fan, but I really enjoyed his last series and this one. They're definitely 2 very good series that I recommend you guys check out to get some inspiration for, some stop motion. Sorry, I kind of blanked out on the word. And then this is a series I've actually been really, really happy about, and that is Cosmic Ghost Rider. This is issue number 5. And let me just say, this one takes an interesting turn because I'm not going to spoil anything since it just came out, but let me just say, it's a doozy, man. It's a doozy. And then this one is Spider-Man India issue number 2. And very cool cover, having the lizard be the villain in this first few issues. And this is based off of a character that was created in 2004, 2005, something like that. Which, I mean, a lot more people probably know him from the Into the Spider-Verse movie. And fun fact, he's actually voiced by the guy who played Dopinder. I think I said that right? Dopinder? Anyway, Deadpool's taxi driver in the movie, which I thought was pretty cool. And then this is actually a newer character that has only been around for I want to say maybe a year? No, not even a year, maybe 4 months, 5 months, something like that. And let me just say, I'm really enjoying the character a lot. And that would be Hallows Eve. And basically her superpower is she can put on a mask, say for example, a vampire mask, and get all the powers and none of the weaknesses to that character. So she can put on the vampire mask. The only thing that I would say would be a weakness for the vampire mask would be the fact that she does need to drink people's blood. But I mean, she is a very cool character, and I am very into this series. And I mostly just bought this series for the Alex Ross variant cover, because I am a huge Alex Ross fan. And I mean, like look at this artwork. Like this is just one I have right next to me. But I mean, he had a Green Goblin one for issue number one, and let me just say that was just beautiful, man. Beautiful story, beautiful variant cover. And then next up is Avengers issue number 3, and this is the new one by I think his name is Jack McKay, Zed McKay. I might be wrong about that. No, wait, Zeb Wells is making Spider-Man. Yeah, okay. So Jack McKay, who is doing the Moon Knight series as well. Very cool looking cover on it. And I am enjoying this so far because just so far for the first couple issues, they find Kang seriously injured. And, like, you know, Kang is like that, you know, the time god. And someone found a way to injure him to the point where he's basically dying. And in the last issue, we see him in the hospital, which I mean, he might be dead this issue. I'm not so sure. And then another good comic that just got a second issue, like it's on its second issue right now. Sorry, I'm just kind of a little tired at the moment, not really fully here. But I mean, The Incredible Hulk, issue number 2, man. Issue number 1, sorry for my cursing, but it was a fucking banger, bro. Like, such a good book, man. Such a good book. Excuse me. And basically this book takes place after Ryan Ottley's Hulk. And what happens in Ryan Ottley's Hulk, basically Bruce Banner takes over the body of the Hulk, but keeps the Bruce Banner brain. Had to say that kind of slow because my brain went a little too fast with that. But anyway, he kept the Bruce Banner brain, like, and he knows he's Bruce Banner, and he has the Hulk in like this thing he calls the engine room, where the Hulk basically is just put through all these trials, and the angrier the Hulk gets, the stronger the Hulk ship becomes. It was only like a 15-issue series, which, let me just say, that's the only part I hated about the story, because it was so good and so entertaining from start to finish, man. And like that and Immortal Hulk are my two favorite like Hulk like storylines. And then up next is Deadpool issue number 9. And this Deadpool series is a very good one. Okay, from what it seems like my roommate's home, so I'm just gonna lock my door real quick. Okay, sorry about that. I just didn't want, my roommate coming in, and because he does yell things at me because we are friends. So, but anyway, issue number 9 of Deadpool. Very good story. So far, Deadpool has a new girlfriend. I don't remember her first name, but they just call her Valentine throughout the whole book. And so far in this series, there's been some weird shit happening. Because, yeah, hold on just a moment. Hi. Why do you ring the doorbell? You have a key to get in. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Uh, are you guys still there? Because I do apologize for leaving for, what was it, like 5-10 minutes? I do apologize for that. Where was I? Oh, next comic book up is issue number 30 of The Amazing Spider-Man. Very cool cover. What should my next sorry? Oh, what should my next stop motion series be? Um, You see, I'm not so sure what characters you have as like figures, so I'm not so sure. Um, like I'd say do a character that you really find a joy in. Like for me, I'm gonna be trying to do a stop motion series about just a lot of characters that I personally enjoy, like Hercules, Namor, Cyclops, Moon Knight, just stuff like that. So if you have a character you are very, very passionate about, just go for that one. All right. Okay. And the second to last comic book I have is Ultimate Invasion issue number 2. And in this, the maker, who is basically the Ultimate Reed Richards of 1610, he is doing, evil things that bad guys do. And he's trying to like make the world perfect for him because like the characters on this side, like with Hulk, Captain America, no, Hulk, Iron Man, Magic, Thor, Vengeance of Bane series. That'd be a cool series because Bane is definitely a very um, underutilized character, like stop motion wise, from what I've kind of seen. Because I never see anybody use him in any kind of stop motion, so that's a very good idea. I like that. But yeah, this is a very good series from the first issue I read because he is trying to get back to like I mean, during Secret Wars of 2015, his universe got destroyed, so he had to go to 616, and then he was put in a like a special kind of cell that he couldn't get out of, but he figured out a way to get out, so kind of went downhill. Yep, and the final comic I picked up is What If Dark, and this is about Spider-Gwen. And what this is this is basically like, what if Peter Parker died on the bridge, or Spider-Man? What if Spider-Man died on the bridge rather than Gwen Stacy? So basically, Gwen Stacy in this book, because this is the only one I've read so far. So Gwen Stacy, basically it goes the exact same way as it did in the normal 616. Wait, yeah, 616 universe. Except for the fact that when Peter went to go catch Gwen, he actually jumped to get her rather than, try to whip to get her. And when he was going to catch her, like because he was doing what Andrew Garfield did in Far From Home, No Way Home. What he did in No Way Home, where he jumped and leaped to go get her. But when he, swung a web to go save them both, the Green Goblin went by on a glider, cut the web, and then, uh, you know, I'd say Peter was kind of going at like this angle towards the bridge. Like this is the bridge and this is Peter and Gwen. Like Peter went like this. He slammed his like neck on a little corner piece like out of the structure and just snapped his neck like that. And then like Gwen survived because he took the whole force of that hit. And then, Gwen's like, Spider-Man, are you okay? And then she takes off his mask to, help him breathe. And finds out, oh shit, this is Peter. And Peter's dead. And like whole thing, Harry shoots his father at the end of the book. And then Gwen becomes the new Spider-Woman, even though she doesn't have any spider powers other than the web shooters. Like no super strength, no super agility, just web shooters. And yeah, that's basically it. Like it's a weird story, but I mean, I really do like the what if stuff. And what is it? It's only like a $5 book. So even though it's not great, it's still an entertaining story. And I did pick up a variant cover, which I really do like. Like this is a beautiful looking cover, man. And I really think that it looks better like this, but I mean, this is still pretty cool too. I really do like the bright pink graffiti style it has going on. Or at least I think of it kind of like graffiti style. But, yeah. Excuse me. Other than like a comic short box, I haven't really picked up anything else today. Have you picked up any interesting things lately? Any comic books, any action figures? And apologies if I can't see anything. I am trying to get some things off my phone. There we go. Sorry about that. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, okay, my phone's almost dead. Okay, but on the charger, how? Okay, anyway, sorry about that. There we go. Hopefully that, because my phone's on 17%, but it's supposed to be charging as I have it on the charger. Maybe if I turn the brightness down a little bit, that might help. But anyway, that's cool. Made a Killer Croc. So I'm assuming you're, what am I trying to say? Like a big DC fan, Vincent? And Scarecrow. Scarecrow's another cool character. Okay, phone, what did you just say? Okay, you're charging. Okay. I don't know why. My phone charger is just kind of weird. Like it charges, but it doesn't charge, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. All right. While I'm thinking about it, would you like me to open up my new figures just so you guys can see what they look like out of the box? God, this was set up very nice. Okay, phone, stop saying you're charging when you're not charging. I hate this setup sometimes for... Yeah, okay. Just let me figure out a way to kind of stack up you guys so you're not, eternally just like falling down. Because apparently the way, oh, that might be, okay, there we go. And just for, just for the sake of, just so you guys can see me more, I'm gonna move my chair and sit on my bed. All right. God, my leg is just, right. Anyway, got my knife. What percent is my phone? Why are you not charging? I may need to get a new phone charger. Stupid thing, goddamn. Or maybe I just need to unplug and unplug back in. Yes. Okay, hopefully that charges my phone. No, what the hell? Why don't you want to charge anymore? If I go like this, it might work. Okay, so we are charging now, so cool. Just checking, you can still hear me, right? Like we're still good, we're still vocal. Yeah, okay. All right, here they are. Okay, which one do you want me to open first? Superman, Daredevil, Elektra, or Multiple Man? As of the fact that you seem to be the only person here at the moment, so I'd really appreciate your input. So you can choose between Multiple Man, Superman, or Elektra. Or Daredevil, Elektra, I guess. Okay, that's a little low. Okay, my camera is right there, so right here should be all right. Daredevil? All right. All right, so anyway. Excuse me, sorry about that, I had some food in my mouth. But anyway, I found out an interesting thing you can do with this packaging. They actually have like a little like slit that's not hooked down to anything. And then all you have to do for that is just basically just kind of go around the edge. Like the worst part is definitely like up here when you're cutting it open. And I mean, I understand that it's supposed to be, like retro packaging. But I mean, for people like me who really like to keep the boxes just in case I need to, ever need to, move my stuff. It's just, simple in and out with it. All right, here she is in her little plastic bubble. Oh, okay. Okay, she's actually pretty cool out of the box, and I know from a TikTok video, yep, she does have a, oh, come on. Like her face is unmasked underneath of it, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, this is actually a pretty decent figure. Double jointed elbows. Pretty cool. For this being the only other Elektra I have, excuse me, it's a pretty cool one. Like, especially like the head sculpt, I really do like that. Very nice. and I believe you can, you can just basically just pop it off and then just, if you don't want the necklace, you can just have her like that, or scarf, I mean. And this is the scarf. My everything, Ashley. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to show you what she comes with accessory-wise. Okay. Alright. And the only accessories that she comes with are just her 2 sai, which pretty cool. Nothing too interesting here. It's the same thing we saw with the first Electra they made, the second one, and now this one. Come on. And let me just say, Electra is definitely one of my favorite characters to pose around, I mean. And I know she's like Daredevil-ized, I guess. But I mean, like, still a gorgeous figure. Very gorgeous figure, and I will be changing up that pose. I'm just not going to do too much right now, as of the fact that, well, I don't really have the time to do it at the moment. All right. Which one would you like to see next, man? Superman or multiple man? Right. And again, multiple man or Superman? Multiple man? Alright. Sorry, I just need to get a little drink. My throat's kind of dry. There we go. Alright. Oh, no, this is one I'm actually very excited for, just because it is on the, what's it called, Sunfire body mold, and the Sunfire body mold is actually one of my favorite ones that they've ever made, just because it's so, it's just like the perfect body. Favorite figure line? Well, personally, I mostly just collect Marvel Legends. Occasionally I'll pick up like a DC figure like this. But yeah, Marvel Legends are definitely my number one figure line. What about you, man? What's yours? Oh, and my Coke fell. Hopefully that does not blow over. Okay, I thought there was something else in there for a second. Storm collectibles? Storm's a pretty good one. Now, I personally don't collect anything that's like super expensive, just because I just would feel bad if I, broke and it was like, this $200 figure, just crap, man. Like, just personally, that's how I think about it. Like, I don't really want something super expensive that's just gonna, possibly break or get ruined if I, move it in a weird way. That's just my reasoning behind it. So took out those accessories. Oh, come on, multiple men. Come on. Oh my god. Sorry, it's just more the fact that I pulled him out kind of like this. He's Naruto running. But anyway, pretty cool. Ooh. Oh, I really like it when they do this. That's just such a satisfying crunch, man. Very, very cool. Really, really do like this more than I thought I would. Oh, God, that scared the shit out of me. All right. Did I see the new Goro? I have not. But if I remember correctly, Goro is the four-armed guy from blanking out on the name, Mortal Kombat, right? Yeah, that is Goro. Or is Goro the one from MKX with the little? No, Goro is the bigger guy. All right. Now go over him a little bit. Very cool design on him. Really do like it. I think this is just like a normal X-Men outfit for him. It's a very cool outfit. I really do like it. Excuse me. All right. Now time for the final one. You know, I always forget that they have the twisty ties. Sorry if you can hear my roommates. Comes with a couple, sorry about that, couple little fist and open hand. Hold on a moment, just need some scissors. I did have scissors. Alright, Alright, I do not know where my scissors went. Or am I going to army build the multiple man? Well, I wouldn't say so much army build, maybe like 3 of them, 4 at most, maybe. Just because, you know, can't really demonstrate his power just by using the one. Oh, there he is. Superboy. Or Superman, I mean. I mean, he is kind of on a really big and lanky body. But I mean, not bad. I really do like how it looks so far. Like, definitely very interesting, very cool. Oh, what the hell? He has butterfly joints? right, sorry about that. Just had to answer a message real quick. But anyway, Superman, very cool. Sorry, got to go. Be back in 15 minutes. All right, no problem, man. Oh, it's a full 360. Okay, that's interesting. Right. Now it's just me, myself, and I. Up, and away. Yo, what's up, man? How's it going? Just posing my new Superman fig. That's good. That's good. So, have you bought any new figures lately, man? Or any pickups? Customizing? Cool. Cool. What are you customizing? Uh, ooh, Doc Ock. Very cool. Very, very cool. What's in my pocket? Oh, Spider-Man 2099? Ooh, that's cool. I really like Spider-Man 2099. Very cool character. Okay. Hopefully I don't stab myself. Okay. Let me just say, this is the one thing I hate about the, like, McFarlane packaging. The fact that they have to put plastic all the way around the stand. Okay. Didn't really want to rip all of that out, but alright. For real. Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, I do kind of enjoy these cards. Very cool. Just give you a very good promo shot of the character. But I get another stand. So, works out for me. Yeah. And the good thing about this one was I got it for $3. Which, I mean, pretty good steal if you ask me. Indeed. Indeed. Right. And I did also pick up the new Elektra, which I just opened, and Multiple Man. And I got these at GameStop, and I had a what are they called? Like whatever the GameStop perks points are. Crap 10 figs on clearance. You know, I did the same thing, or had the same thing last week where I got Yondu. Oh yeah, yeah. Like I had over $40 worth of points from what I understood. So basically, like I can only use it for. I don't know how she worded it, but I can only use like one of it. Like use it on only one of them at a time, which I thought was kind of suspicious, but you know, whatever. So originally I was just going to buy Elektra. And then she said, hey, you have like 41,000 points. And I was like, oh, so how much is that? Marvel Legends stop motion. Yo, what is up, man? How's it going? Anyway, what was I saying? And then she was like, you have 40,000 points. And I was like, oh, okay, how much does that equivalent to for, you know, like money wise? And she's like, oh, about $40. I was like, oh, okay. So I was kind of thinking, what's up, man? That's good. I'm glad you're doing good. And then I got Multiple Man, who is another one I've been actually really wanting for a while. And I do kind of want to get 2 or 3 of him for, you know, my stop motion when I do eventually start making them. Because I kind of want to use like characters that nobody really uses in their stop motions, kind of like, you know, I never really see anybody do anything with like, you know, Black Ant-Man, the Sentry, now that I think about it, I've never seen anyone do like a solo like Vision thing or yeah, originally. Yeah. Where is it? There it is. But I was kind of thinking, like for my, well, I'm gonna be starting out with like a couple of individual things for it, kind of like a Nova series, which I'm getting a little closer completing the first episode script, uh, and I feel like I kind of got inspired for the Nova series by Invincible, so it may kind of mirror that in some aspects. Nova would be sick, indeed. And hold on, I'll show you the Nova I'm going to be using for it. Yeah, I think a solo Vision stop motion would be pretty interesting to see. Yeah, like I mean, personally, I'm not the hugest fan of Vision, so I probably won't really use him in my universe. But if I get like really inspired about it, I probably will. But anyway, this is the Nova I was planning on using for it, which I mean, I feel like it's going to be pretty cool because so far in the first episode, a little bit of a spoiler, I guess, for it. I introduce Norin Rad, who later becomes Silver Surfer, and mostly because of the fact that I do not have the Silver Surfer. I have the what was it called, like Silver Surfer Black or something? I don't remember. Since I have that one, I'm going to call him the Black Surfer. Yo, cool. Yeah, I mean, this one is kind of a little more basic. I originally was going to be using this one, but this one's just a little too like wobbly and old, and he can't really stand by himself very well without tipping over. So that's the main reason why I'm not going to be using him. And this one I feel like is definitely a good substitute for it. Obsidian Surfer? You might be right. I feel like that's right. But I'm going to be using, like, having him turn into the, Surfer. I don't know if I want him to turn into the Surfer at, the first, like, what I'm going to call season, like, within the first, like, season or the second one, because I do kind of want to, at least make it, like, a full season and, get feedback on people, see how they like it. But, another thing I was going to kind of do would be having like like I'm going to be having a like a multiversal series, which basically entails like just different versions of characters getting gathered together, kind of like Exiles, if you know what Exiles is. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically like a yeah, sorry, kind of losing my throat voice. Anyway, like the Deadpool and Deathlock are going to be the two characters that I'm going to use for like my main two characters for my multiversal series. Okay, yeah, so I'm kind of going to be kind of doing that with like Deadpool and Deathlock, just because out of all the characters, I feel like Deathlock might make the most sense for like time travel, just because like time travel, dimension hopping type things. Maybe Cable too, but I mean I feel like Cable's just a little overused sometimes for things like that. So I'm going to be kind of changing it up. And I kind of want them going from universe to universe to universe, kind of helping out with those problems. Yeah. Uh, anyway, helping out with their problems. What about Bishop? I would use Bishop if I had a Bishop. Now that I think about it, they're actually, well, what's the word? What am I trying to think? They just introduced a new Bishop. So, yeah, I might try to get that one. Yeah, sorry about that. My roommates are kind of going to bed because they got to get up early tomorrow. So, But yeah, something else I was kind of thinking about doing would be like introducing like a young Hawkeye in a Captain America story, and then having that Hawkeye then help create Shield and everything like that. Just because I really do enjoy the old man Hawkeye figure, and I feel like it would work very well. Yeah, the new Bishop does look very good. I really do kind of like it. Along with the didn't they add a Wolverine to that series? I think they did, but it's a Wolverine where you can have like the little piece right there, and it reveals his hood or something. Like his mask is down. I think that was for that. I might be getting it, getting confused. Yeah, I'm copying. Yep, same man. Ooh, excuse me. And another idea I kind of had for that series, or not that series, like a like a little bit of like for my Avengers stuff, I kind of wanted a different team. So on my team, I have Iron Man and Captain America, just because I feel like you can't have an Avengers team without either of them. But I'm switching it up a little bit because I'm adding Hercules, Cyclops, Doctor Strange, Moon Knight, and Namor to it. Just because I feel like none of those characters really get used very much in media, or media, in videos, I mean. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Ooh, indeed. And at the moment, I only have like a little bit written for just my like origin. I guess you can call it an origin for Spider-Man. Like my origin video that I'm gonna be trying to do for Spider-Man, like within the first like couple weeks he had his powers. Ooh, excuse me. Because so far I already have like the opening like scene for it, and then like I want to say like maybe like a couple things in addition to that where I thank you. I thought it was kind of pretty unique just because like I never really see anybody use Namor other than like as the bad guy. Recommend storyboarding. You see, that's kind of what I've been trying to do. Like, well, storyboarding. Like I have it in my head, like I know exactly what I want it to look like, just because I have a lot of visual things in what I write. Just because, like for example, I mean, for my Spider-Man series, I have it. We see a dark, crouched figure on a support beam in the rafters. Like that's one of the. That's not the exact line, but that's the line I'm using for like Spider-Man up in the rafters chasing a criminal, and we just hear him screaming, "I know what you did!" Like just stuff like that. Like I kind of got inspired to do that by what was it, like the '90s cartoon? Send you a DM of my storyboards. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. And like I was gonna kind of have my universe uh just like I want it to be coherent, but I also want it to be kind of like this thing is happening, but it's not happening at the same time this is, like I don't want everything to happen like the span of a week, kind of like they did with what was it, like I know they did something for like the actual Avengers where the What If series, that's what I'm thinking of, where Nick Fury recruited um Hulk, Thor, and Iron Man in the same week, if I remember correctly. Like I know those three films usually like took place like very close to each other, if I remember correctly. So I kind of want it to be a little different than that, but Anyway, I kind of sidetracked myself. I mean. So what I'm going to be doing is kind of having my universe be centered around the Fantastic Four member, the Thing, just because I feel like the Thing doesn't get really utilized a whole lot in a lot of, things. And I did kind of get inspired by that from a stop motion creator that sadly quit a while ago. I believe he quit anyway, or he just isn't very active anymore. But his name was Universe Force. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, like I feel like, sorry, my knees are kind of getting a little dinged up on the ground. So I'm just gonna move my chair back over here. Okay, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Phone's at 33%, so good. Yeah, like he is very underrated. Like he's a very cool character too. And I believe he's also one of the few Jewish characters, at least that I can think of. But what else? Because I actually do have them kind of sorted in how I want them to be, like, represented. Like for my universe anyway. Like I mean, I have a couple shelves just so it's not empty. Like I have a Spider-Verse shelf, a Deadpool / Wolverine shelf, just because I have a lot of those two characters. And then I also have an X-Men shelf. And another thing I kind of wanted to do for my like Avengers series, like later on down the road, him, Kitty Pryde, Magneto, and at least one more Jewish character. Okay, I knew about Magneto, but I didn't know Kitty Pryde was Jewish. Thank you for letting me know that. I appreciate that. But where was I? Yeah, like for my Avengers, I was also thinking about, because the Avengers roster grows over time and, other things like that. The movie Deadpool, no, I do not, sadly. I only have the movie Wolverine. Hold on, and I'll actually show it to you. I have it now. Yeah, I only have the movie Wolverine because I never really got the opportunity to get the 2-pack with Deadpool, which is, wait a minute, he has butterfly. What? I just found out this figure has butterfly joints, and I don't know how I never knew that. I feel like an idiot. Goddamn. But anyway, this is still the best Wolverine figure. And this actually might be the Wolverine I use for my universe, just because I really do like how it looks. Like, don't get me wrong. I have that one. Yeah, it's such a sick figure, man. Like, I mean, I really, really was hoping to try and find the, like, the wife beater one, like the white tank top looking thing. Anyway, where was I at? Oh yeah, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. But I know I mentioned this a little earlier in my stream before you two showed up. But I was planning on adding Mysterio to like my Avengers team, just because I feel like Mysterio, like the Thing, is also kind of underrated. Just because, like, from my memory, I haven't read him in a comic book since like 20. What was it? Like 2020? I want to say like 2020 was the last time I remember, reading a story about Magneto, not Magneto, Mysterio. I mean, and I always feel like that, like Jake Gyllenhaal, like made that character just way more perfect in my eyes. Like very cool character, very happy about it. I just hurt my own brain. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, but I was thinking about adding Mysterio to like my superhero team. Just kind of have him be like, villain, anti-hero, hero. Just go from that story arc. And like I feel like out of all the villains, he makes the most sense of becoming a hero. That would be great. He would make a great hero. Yeah, thank you. Like, I mean, I just I just feel like he gets, really swept under the rug sometimes. Like I mean, he is pretty powerful. Like the dude fights Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is definitely one of Marvel's biggest. Well, he is the biggest hero in Marvel. And like I mean, if you guys have any like ideas you would like to see, I'd be more than willing to listen, uh, hear you out about it, and like if it gives me an idea for it, I'll make sure I shout you out when I do make the stop motion. Just turning up my brightness a little bit so I can read better. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas for things you would like to see, like for example, uh, like any relationships you'd like to see, like say for example, like Cyclops and Black Widow, Scarlet Witch and the Hulk. Hell, even if you want to like see Spider-Man fight U.S. Agent, have Shang-Chi fight Wolverine, see Doctor Strange become an evil villain, or anything like that, just you know, I'd be more than willing to hear you out. Just because I kind of want this to be kind of like a creative, thing for us to, just for us to kind of help each other out, like give each other ideas and stuff like that. Excuse me. Oh my god. And listen, I'm not gonna pull an Ultimate Universe, man. I physically can't. That was just nasty for me, man. Like, like I have read through that so much over the years, and it still just does not make any sense to me why they would do it. Excuse me. But I mean, yeah, like, you should make Mysterio and when he joins the Avengers, have Spidey lose trust in the Avengers. I kind of like that. Like, I was kind of, thinking, okay, if I have Spider-Man join the Avengers, or finds out that Mysterio got put in the Avengers, like, I mean, you know, like I was kind of thinking about something like that, but now that you thought about it, I definitely will think about it more. So thank you for that. Iz Art, Iz Art, or Is Art, Isid, is is. I'm just gonna call you Art if that's okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you for the idea, Art. I'll definitely make sure I put that down in my notes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was already gonna have Spider-Man be solo to begin out with. Like, I'm gonna be starting like, yeah, up. Yeah, no problem. Okay, cool. What was I saying? Yeah, like I was actually gonna have Spider-Man start out solo, and then like one of the like I'm not so sure if I want the Spider-Man thing to be like a whole series in itself, or if I just have like the occasional episode and then like a film with him in it, because I feel like that might be a little what's the word, confusing and conflicting for like the stories I want to tell. Tie-ins. True, I forgot about tie-ins. That might work. Yeah. And I know for like maybe not the first big Avengers movie, but like the second one when I do it, I was thinking about paralyzing Tony Stark and having him become an alcoholic, just because I mean I really enjoy this the Demon in the Bottle story. Yeah, Demon in the Bottle storyline. Don't know why that took so long to say, but the Demon in the Bottle storyline. So I feel like him becoming paralyzed and feeling like I can't do anything. I need to drown my sadness in liquor. Like I feel like that would be a good motivator for him to like just put aside being a hero for a while, leave the Avengers for a bit, go find himself. And another thing that I got the idea for in my universe, like Tony Stark, and yeah, that would be unique. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mostly because I feel like you know how like in every single film he gets shot at with like rockets and stuff, and or just severely beaten by people more powerful than him, and like anything. Like I mean, for example, like if Spider-Man did not catch that thing by Cull Obsidian, Tony would have been like dead like that. You see, that's a good idea too. Forcing taking a look at himself. You see, that's another good idea. But I feel like the whole him injuring himself, making him feel like because I feel like Tony Stark has a very big ego. Like he's like, oh, I'm Iron Man. I don't get hurt. I don't have this thing happen to me. I'm too powerful. Just because Tony Stark does kind of have a big ego in the books, and in the movies he kind of pretty big ego. So I kind of feel like if he gets put in a chair, like he'll be like, oh God, I am terrible. I am not anything. I am useless. Blah 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 blah. Just stuff like that. Just have him really get into a depressive state where he, just kind of loses himself a little bit. And then Pepper sends him to rehab. He meets a woman. He falls in love. He falls in love. He gets married. And don't get me wrong, I really do enjoy the Tony Stark Pepper Potts love, or not love, relationship. I mean, but I feel like I said a little bit ago, I am kind of stealing this idea from what's happening in Marvel right now because Tony Stark is going to be marrying Emma Frost. Tony is a wingman. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that too. Like, but I feel like Tony should, you know, take a look at his life, realize, what, even though I am not a god, I am still good. I can do good things for people, stuff like that. And like I am gonna have him do what am I trying to think of? What happened to Rhodey? Because I kind of got inspired from Civil War to do that to Tony Stark. Like he gets crippled during like a big battle, like fighting Thanos or something. All right. Um, and another thing I was kind of thinking about doing was like for the like first Avengers film, I was like to introduce Hercules. Hmm. Because I want Hercules to be introduced in the Avengers film. Uh, because I'm gonna kind of switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna have like him and Ares be like the Thor and Loki of my universe. And something I was talking about last week in my last stream was what was it? Basically, Hercules finds out that Ares is trying to take over the planet, because he's a god of war, and the god of war has to, you know, uh, do war things. So I was thinking about having Ares be like the big bad for the first film, just because, like what do they have on their team at this point? They have a guy in a suit of armor, a soldier. I'm still debating on whether I want to put Doctor Strange on the first iteration of the team or the second. I feel like it might be a little more useful to have him on the first, because what are they going to have? Like, because I'm pretty sure, the Quinjet wouldn't, because I'm thinking about having this take place in like, not Rome, Greece. Like Greece, because, Greek gods, it just makes sense to me. having them go to Greece and then, you know, fight off like Ares, like, like soldiers that he's having take over, or pillaging the city and taking over for him. And I just want one battle between, or I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit now that I think about it. Uh, anyway, like I want Ares to show up, and then Hercules is originally with Ares, but then Hercules is like, I can't hurt these people, brother, or whatever Ares is to him. I'm just gonna say like friend, like they're friends, but you know. Anyway, I want him to be like, hey man, you can't do this, but in thank you, thank you. Uh, like again, I did kind of get the idea from like Thor and Loki, just because I really like that dynamic between the two, like brother stuff. But where was I? Yeah, Hercules is like, hey, I can't let you do this, friend. And Ares is like, well, if you're not going to be with me, you're against me. And then Ares basically just, has him, fights him, and then you know, just punches him so hard that he ends up in the ocean, like thousands of miles away. And then while the Avengers are on their way there, they're like, there's a projectile coming in, like they go in before he splashes into the water, and they just see this big in the water, and they're like, "What the hell was that?" And then Iron Man's like, "I'll go check it out because, or Namor, you and I should go check this out." Yeah, so Namor would be in the water at this point because he swims faster, like as fast as a Quinjet when he's in the water. And he's like, "You're not going to believe this, but I think I just found a god." And Iron Man's like, "Come again?" And he's like, "Yeah, I found Hercules, the Greek god of strength." And they're like, "What?" And then they kind of do like a Captain America thing where they pull him out of the water and bring him into the ship. And then they're like, um, and then Hercules is like, "You have to help me stop you know, have to stop Ares." And then they're like, "Yeah, why not? We're already on their way there anyway to stop him. So might as well just get another guy on the team." And what I was kind of thinking for like the final fight, because I'm thinking like Hercules cuts off Ares' arm, and Ares has this big emotional speech like, I thought we were friends, and Hercules is like, we were, but that was before you decided to take over the planet of these weak creatures that just want to worship us. And he's like, I don't want to be worshipped. I want to be feared. And then he's like, well, in that case. And then Ares basically lifts him above his head and then just rips him in half. And then, like, he'll take his helmet and then just have it on display. And I'm just going to say this, like, whoever, gets Hercules' helmet, then becomes a new god of war, which I thought was kind of interesting. Thank you. Thank you. Like, I kind of got the idea from, well, I know I said I've gotten the idea from, but that one I actually just kind of came up with right now. I might have, gotten it from somewhere else, but I mean, if I didn't, I mean, good job for me. Yeah. And, I've been kind of thinking about this too this week. Like, maybe have Doctor Strange get, brainwashed and then become like, a servant of Dormammu and everything. And he shows up in this outfit. Like, I will be, taking off the this headpiece and replacing it with the other one. But let me just say, like, brutal. Thank you. Like, I kind of want mine to be because it seems like a lot of people kind of have theirs like, PG-13 and up, but I kind of want to, lean in a little more to like the hardcore, like, yeah, we're heroes, but we also have to make very tough choices sometimes to, save people. And that's just kind of how I want phase one to end. And then phase two, I was kind of, gonna skip over like a couple things. Like they've been a team for like, I'm gonna say like maybe a year at this point. They have a, couple new recruits on the team with, I haven't decided who yet. I'm kind of debating on like maybe Black Panther, and maybe I might add Spider-Man after I do a little more with him. Like I don't want like a ton of new characters being added, but I know I already want Spider-Man to be introduced, and like I know during my Fantastic Four film I do kind of want to bring in the Black Panther at some point, just because the Black Panther first appeared in, what was it, Fantastic Four issue number 50, I want to say like 52, something like that. Hmm. God, I love goldfish crackers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's kind of like, I mean, I've been thinking about this for a couple years now. Like fully honest, I haven't made a, like I made one stop motion like test like a few months ago with the Black Panther figure. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Like I've been kind of thinking about this for like a long time. Like I'm truthfully kind of was lacking on it for, because I started making my Nova script like at the beginning of the year and I barely gotten through it. All right, you have a good night, Art. I'll see you later, man. Yeah, I'm making sure I keep my mind open. But yeah, that's just kind of an idea I've had for a while, and like I've been kind of putting it off just because I have been getting, like, I mean, originally when I started doing this was just kind of a way to kind of work through what I was going through at the time, because uh, okay, all right, all right. Thank you for stopping by Marvel Legends Stop Motion. Really appreciate it, man. You have a good night too. Yo, what is up, Mapleverse? How's it going, bro? How are you doing tonight, my good sir? Yeah. Anyway, I just got done kind of explaining what I wanted to do for my phase one of my stop motion universe. What time is it? 10. Okay. Working on season two and then some. That's good. That's good. So, eh, so I'll just give you kind of like a quick run through of what I just explained, just because I don't want you to feel left out. Basically, I just described what films I was gonna plan on doing for my phase one, and basically, like the main ones I want to do is a Nova series. Like it's only going to be like one season for phase one, and then season two would be like phase two, and then I would figure out some way to integrate him into my Avengers team. Uh, I introduced uh, Fantastic Four and Spider Man, and I kind of want my universe to kind of focus more on like the Thing from the Fantastic Four, just because personally to me, I feel like he's very underrated. Uh, And for my team of Avengers, I was going to have it be different because I was going to introduce Doctor Strange, Moon Knight, Hercules, Namor, Iron Man, Cyclops, and Captain America. Yeah. Uh, and I did also pick up a couple new figures today. Picked up this for $3 at Walmart, which I mean, fantastic deal on a character I really like. And then I got these from GameStop, and I had like over 40,000 points, and I basically got one of them for free. So I mean, pretty cool. Film everything / most of it in advance of your if you're doing series. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about doing. Like I was thinking about just kind of finish the script for like season 1, and then whatever I have. Yeah, like it's a steal, man. And like dude, I was so like kind of freaked out about it because I was like, this was like 15 the other day. Why did they drop it that much in that short amount of time? Like, because by other day, I mean like last week when I went to go get groceries. Because like $3 for like any figure is just like, yes. Hmm. But yeah. And I was also talking about like a multiversal stop motion series. Well, multiversal. It's definitely worth it, and you can also uh, treat it more professionally and release it like a regular TV show, weekly episodes. That's actually a pretty good idea because I was thinking about just like because I wasn't gonna have it be like the first thing I do. I was gonna kind of do like my little Spider-Man solo thing first, and then kind of bring in like everything else after that. Like maybe like Nova episode here, Captain America film here, Nova episode. Just have it be like in between each film, just so people can at least stay um, what's the word? Uh, excited for what I have in store. You know, and I mean, from what I've sent to a handful of friends of mine, uh, like Hobo, for example, like I sent him like what I had for. Whose hand is this? Oh, it's a Hawkeye hand. That can work as well. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like I was gonna finish like the whole series, like because I wanted to be like 4 to 5 episodes. Like I was gonna have each script wrote out, and then I was gonna start filming everything. Oh my feet! Oh my god! But what else was I gonna do for it? Um, and something else I was planning on doing would be like Tony Stark, while fighting a villain. 4 to 5 episodes sounds doable in a small amount of time. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Just because, like, I don't want them to be like super long, like maybe like between 5 to 10 minutes each. I should have done that with mine. Well, I mean, hey, you found out what worked for you. I'm just trying to figure out what worked for me. Just because I'm not gonna lie, like I know I'm not like fantastic stop motion like wise. Like I know I got really into it when I was like 17, and then I posted like 3 videos on YouTube. Like the first couple, or what was it? I think it was like 1 or 2 of them. Like 2 of them I know I really enjoyed, and then the third one was like the Walking Dead one, which I mean I don't know how I didn't get copyright striked for that video because I used the Walking Dead theme song the entire time for the like I remember doing it, and like I still have the box just because it's a box I used for storage. It's still in my mom's closet as we speak, and it's still drawn on. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of getting distracted with Multiple Man. I just picked him up today. But I was talking about Iron Man. I don't know why I decided to go that far. But anyway, for Iron Man, I was thinking about for him, having him, get injured in a fight and become paralyzed from the waist down. And then because of that, because he's fought with all these gods, he was like, I'm as good as these gods, maybe even better, like have him have that very big Tony Stark ego. And then that happened to him, and he's like, I am no god, I am nothing, I just, and then he just gets into alcoholism. He goes away for a while. He does get better and does get the ability to walk again because of Extremis. Like, if you know what that is, like it's something he made to. Uh, Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Uh, and what was I gonna say? And I know for like my Avengers film, like the first one, I'm gonna kind of, copy a little bit from like what they did in the Avengers movie slash comics, except I'm replacing Hercules and Thor, or Hercules and Thor, Loki and Thor, I mean, with Hercules and Ares, having them be like, very good friends. Uh, they invade Earth together, but, you know, Hercules starts thinking, hey, I can't do this, man. I can't hurt these innocent people. And then Ares is like, if you're not going to stand with me, you might as well die with them. And then he just, fights Hercules, basically just punches him so hard that he ends up, going thousands of miles away into the ocean, because I'm going to have this be taking place in Greece because, it makes the most sense to have the Greek gods, invading Greece first. Sorry about that. My nose is kind of. Allergies have been killing me, man. But what I was kind of thinking was basically, like, after Hercules gets blasted into the ocean by Ares, kind of like he goes, crashing down like into the ocean. And Namor is in the ocean swimming behind the Quinjet, just, because, Fishman needs water, I guess. Best way I can really describe it. And then, uh, because in the Quinjet, they're going to get an alarm that says, incoming projectile coming in. And then they're like, where? And then Tony picks it up on his head. The humanity of Hercules. Thank you. Yeah. Going to be having him crash down, and then I'm going to be kind of stealing what they did with Captain America, bringing him on the ship, and then Captain America, or not Captain America, and then Hercules wakes up and is like, we have to go stop Ares. And they're like, well, lucky for you, we're already on our way there. And he's like, well, I'm going to be kind of skipping ahead a little bit, but basically during the last fight, like, I'm going to be having Hercules have a sword, going to have him cut off Ares' arm, kind of like this. And then Ares like, I thought we were friends. And then Hercules was like, we were before you decided to, enslave innocent people. And I was like, innocent? These aren't innocent people. They are our slaves. And we have to control them. And Hercules was like, they are way more than just, slaves that we can push around and treat like trash. And then Ares is like, well, if you think like that, die with them. And then, Hercules then, like, imagine my hand is Hercules. Like, Ares is going to bring down one final blow. Hercules blocks it, throws his sword out of his hand, grabs his axe, throws his axe out of the way. And while Ares is like, oh my god, Hercules just basically rips him up, puts him up, and starts slowly ripping him apart. And that would be the end of Ares. And I feel like definitely a very unique thing because I've never seen anyone really do anything like that. And I kind of got the idea for that from Invincible, where what's his name? Uh, the immortal Gore. Like it's probably not gonna be like gory. Like hopefully I'll figure out how to, do something like that. But yeah, yeah, like a rated R type thing. But I'm not gonna have like super hard cursing in it. Like the cursing is gonna be like PG-13 style, and then it's gonna be like, excuse me. And then this is probably gonna be the most rated R part in the film, or in my universe in general. And then I was gonna have Hercules just take the helmet and then just plop it like right on a shelf or something, just to remember his friend. You see, that's what I'm kind of thinking too, just because, like, nothing against anyone that makes films, but I understand that they have to kind of do it just because, children would watch it. But I mean, you know, I feel like, having like that be the most hardcore thing to happen, like, that would be like very minor for some of the things I really, really want planned. Hmm. Sorry, that Tootsie Roll is very hard. Um, but yeah, and I'll actually show you uh, just kind of what. Oh, that's one of the reasons why this is Mapleverse Dark. Understandable. That makes way more sense now. But yeah, if you look right there, that's kind of what the team I have so far for it. There's Moon Knight right there with a sword. Just gave it to him just because I thought it looked cool. There's Namor, Cap, Doctor Strange is right behind him. There's the new Cyclops right there. Sorry if this is kind of shaky, doing that with one hand. There's Iron Man up there, and then Hercules right there. Actually, let me unplug my phone for you real quick. And then I'm still debating on whether I want to use like any of these figures for my X-Men team when I do make an X-Men film. Like, I know I'm definitely going to be trying to use this Wolverine along with the movie one that I have. And this is just kind of like a just like a filler shelf at the moment. There's a Hall of Armor that I kind of want to use for Tony in my universe. And then here's just Spider-Verse. This one's just basically filler like the Wolverine and Deadpool one. And then up here, just kind of what I'm going to call like the what am I trying to say? Like the A team, or like A team as in like, the ones I kind of want to do stuff for. Like Frogman is mostly up here just because I want to introduce him in my Deathlock Deadpool series. Old Man Hawkeye right here. The Ultimate, maybe I might do. Yeah, that might be a good idea. I might actually use that for the name of Deathlock and Deadpool, just because I kind of want him to be like a multiversal traveling team. And then I was kind of thinking about adding Frogman to that team, just because I feel like every team needs a lovable goofball. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been having an idea for. And another thing I was going to do would be adding Mysterio to like the good guy team. Oh, that's dusty. But anyway, I was planning on adding Mysterio to like my Avengers team at some point. Sorry for the very awkward close up. And then down here is just extra stuff. I don't really have much of an idea for yet, but I know I want to use at least like a couple of them, kind of like, Unworthy Thor, and yeah, like I know I want to use Thanos right here, if you can see him, and I know I also want to use Red Skull for my Cap film, and Kang and what's the name, Ultron. Like I know I want to use those two at some point, and I know for my Fantastic Four film, I kind of want to introduce Doctor Doom. Kind of what I have planned for the Midnight Suns. Kind of, yeah, yeah. Also, Midnight Suns. I've never heard anyone say anything about them up until the video game, so very unique idea. I like it. Yeah, but anyway, I feel like Deathlock and Deadpool would make a very interesting team to, transverse the multiverse. And then, like Fantastic Four, I have them where they are on the shelf just because I want to make them like the premier, like, first hero team. And then for Hawkeye right here, it's just more the fact I want him to be introduced to my Captain America film. Like, like him being like one of the original members of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I thought would have been, ow, would have been a unique idea. Gosh dang it, Yondu. Oh, I didn't even notice your leg was warped. Yeah. And that's just kind of the rough idea I have at the moment for, and now my head's barely showing. And that's just kind of the rough idea I have for it at the moment. What would be the timeline? Well, you see, I kind of was thinking starting off with like a Cap film, but at the same time, I feel like, like we all know Cap's origin at this point. So I'm going to be doing it like a couple, like, the week he got frozen. Like the working title I have for it is Cap's Final Mission. Well, not exactly Captain America. Like it's going to be Captain America uh, Final Mission. Like something like that. Or War's End might be a good title now that I think about it. Captain America War's End. Yeah, I think War's End would definitely be a good title for it. But in that, I'm going to be introducing Hawkeye, like a younger Hawkeye, and then Hawkeye then creates Shield with the help of Nick Fury and Mockingbird. Dope title. Thank you, thank you. I just kind of came up with that on the spot. Like I kind of want to do that. Like maybe as a first film, I'm not so sure yet. Uh, but I definitely know like Fantastic Four. I want them. Well, not the whole Fantastic Four, more like just the Thing. Like I kind of want the Thing to be like the center of my universe. And then I was kind of thinking like the Fantastic Four. Like because I kind of want to did because I kind of want to do like Death of Human Torch or maybe Death of Mr. Fantastic type thing, just because I feel like the Invisible Woman, like she just seems a little too powerful to die easy. The Human Torch or Mr. Fantastic seem a little easier. Oh, welcome back, Vincent. Thank you for showing up again. Where was I? Yeah, like anyway, Fantastic Four wise, kind of want the Fantastic Four to be split apart because of a death. I'm really leaning towards. I can't wait to step back into the superhero world, man. Dude, listen, the superhero world is not ready for what I have for it, if I'm honest. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm probably gonna be like, the top stop motion thing, but I'm gonna make stories that I hope people will enjoy. I know I will enjoy them and enjoy watching them back. Just so I can, be like, I created this. This is something I was very passionate about. and this is something that hopefully I will be able to do for a long time. And like I already know that I am going to take my sweet time with it just because I know on it very quickly. Nothing against him, but I feel like he does kind of try to rush things a little bit, kind of like what he is doing with his Winter Soldier series. Because literally, he said, "I'm probably going to pull an all-nighter, like in a group chat." Like, man makes fantastic stop motions, and I am grateful that he has me be a part of them. But the dude just pushes himself too hard sometimes, and then he takes month months off just not talking. Yes, I will be using voice actors. Uh, I know I want to, try to not voice all of them myself, just because, I mean, I know I could probably do it, but I feel like I could use a couple other people to, help out and everything. But yeah. And another thing I did kind of want to do was make Hobo president of my universe, which I mean, I actually came up with in my last live stream that I had last week, which I thought was pretty cool because another YouTuber named Scobby helped me out with the idea. He said you should make Hobo. UK boys on standby for voice acting. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate that. What did you say, Vincent? I have a great Bane voice actor. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I'd be down around September. Well, you see, I don't know when I'm going to be getting done with it because I'm not going to give myself a set time. Scobby is my boy. He's a great guy. I really do like him. And if I remember correctly, I believe he's getting into Fortnite now, and he's going to be posting videos about it. But yeah, I will be when I need the voice actors, I'll let them know, or post things that say, "In search of voice actors, must be must send a voice message of character they want to voice." And then if there's multiples, I'll just be like, a couple other people have auditioned for this role and stuff like that. But I mean the women voice actors are going to be the most terrible for doing stuff, just because they are very what's the word, hard to find. But another thing I was kind of thinking about doing for my stop motion universe, like having Tony Stark marry the Invisible Woman, not the Invisible Woman. Uh, what's her name? Emma Frost. That's what I mean, because I know they're going to be doing that in the comic books anyway, and I kind of want to show love to the comics a little bit too. All right, and if you guys have any ideas that you would like to see, I am willing to hear you guys out, and you know at least try to, what's the word, incorporate it into a film. Sorry, I thought I heard something. The Illuminati. I can definitely try to do something like that. Oh, my neck. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was a weird one. Yeah, I could try to do the Illuminati. The Thing versus Hulk. You don't see that often in comic books or cartoons. I mean, you're not wrong, Jake. It's not something very seen throughout TV shows. I know they did it once or twice. Twice. They've done it twice because I know they did it in Ultimate Spider-Man and also in the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. Like, those are the only two times I can really think of in film that they've done it. But in comic books, I know they did it like 2020 for the last one, I want to say. Like, for that Fantastic Four series that they had going on at the time. But yeah, they really don't do it that much now that I think about it. Like, it's a fight that everyone likes seeing. Yeah, I may try to do that at some point, like, definitely not within the first phase of my universe. Uh, but definitely maybe like phase two I could see. Because I could bring in the Incredible Hulk in phase two. And then, have him, do what the Hulk does, rampage. Do you know? I I don't have that figure at the moment, but I do really want it. So I may try to do something like that at some point. If I bring in, Venom / Eddie Brock. Excuse me. Um, but yeah, I do like that Null idea. Like, Null is definitely one of my favorite Marvel villains that they've come out with in the past few years. Do I have any original characters? At the moment, I do not. I truthfully have kind of thought about it, but I truthfully am not the greatest with like customizing. So that's kind of on the back burner at the moment. Like the only uh, original character idea I really had would be like um, what am I trying to think? Kind of like a Superman ripoff, where he gets you know sent from like a different time period, like rather than be like from a different planet, he's sent from Earth in the future to try to prevent things from happening. But because his atmosphere when he was growing up on the planet is way different, he gets like heightened abilities like strength, speed, other things like that. And I also like this is actually a character I've had an idea for since I was like shit. How old was I? Like middle school, I want to say. He's called Elemental, and he's kind of like Moon Knight, where he has different personalities, or actually better yet, like Crazy Jane from Doom Patrol, because Crazy Jane has a different personality for every power. Like one of them's just like super strong, one of them's super smart, things like that. But I was thinking about him having four different personalities, each one controlling an element of like earth, wind, fire, air, and then a uh, fifth what's it called, persona that can use all four of them at once. Basically, he's kind of like the Avatar. Now that I think about it, but no, be the Thanos of your universe. Maybe I might try to do that, but I know I do want to have Thanos in my universe too. So maybe I might have them team up. Like maybe a team up of Nolan and Thanos might work. Yeah, that could work. Thank you for the idea, Vincent. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that might work actually, now that I think about it. Because Null could, control people on Earth, turn them against them, while Thanos, tries to wipe out half of all existence in the universe. That could work, thing. That could really work, man. Thank you for the idea. Like, it's probably not going to happen until, because, now that you put it in my head, I might try to make that phase two. Because that's actually a pretty good idea. So I appreciate the idea, man. Thank you. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you guys like have any other ideas that you want to shoot at me, like I'm, like I mean, just what Vincent did, like I mean, that's already helped me out already. Was trying to plan out phase two, even though I'm not even like fully done with phase one. Bone Fairy. It's for horror. You know, I kind of like that. Bone Fairy's ready. Why is my leg hurt? Why is there a bruise? Sorry, I got distracted by the bruise on my leg. Yeah, Thanos would betray Null. Movie title idea. Avengers Return, Sinister Takeover, storyline. Storyline, Sinister Stick, not the usual lot, join up, seriously injure Spider-Man, so Bruce has to reform the Avengers to fight the battle. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Like, I might use that for phase 2, Jake. Thank you for that idea. You know, before I forget about that, just gonna take a quick little screenshot of it. Oh, come on. Oh, whoops, that's probably why. Okay. Thank you for the idea, Jake. I really appreciate it. It's a good one. Like a really, really good one. About Bone Fairy. About the Bone Fairy. Summon when speaking its name 3 times at midnight. In the dark, the Bone Fairy will come to eviscerate the summoner and those who are present at the time. Okay, very gnarly. I like the idea. So, Bone Fairy, like, is it kind of like the Tooth Fairy then? Like, it just looks very cute and cuddly, and then it just opens its mouth and it's like, you know, Venom's mouth, or, you know, it. Make bones grow out of their skin, can cause hallucinations if infected, teleportation, super strength, can possess a physical body of a victim, and break bones from the inside. Ew. Ugh. That's nasty. I like it, but it's nasty. Sentry in the Void. Okay, I do have the Sentry. And I actually do have 2 Sentries, so I can make it Void. The reason it's because Bruce... Jesus Christ, I can't read. The reason it's Bruce is because he has the tech to travel in time. So to get to Cap and Tony, he has to go back in time. Possible idea. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I kind of like that. But I may change out the Bruce part because I already have an idea for that, where I'm going to be using Deathlock, who is like a time-traveling zombie cyborg robot, and Deadpool. So I might switch out Bruce for them, but I like the idea. I'm going to take a screenshot of that too. There we go. Another good idea for Jake. From Jake, I mean. Like, I mean, you guys are giving me a lot of good ideas, so I really do appreciate it, because I do kind of get stuck trying to do this myself. So that's kind of why I'm going to be trying to do a live stream at least every Wednesday during the week, just so I can kind of give you guys, like, you know, I made a custom of it, used a Carnage head, Corvus Glaive body, and painted it black, and a little white for the bones. Ooh, because I know that Corvus Glaive body is nasty looking, man. Like, to me anyway, it's a nasty looking body. Like, in a good way, though. Excuse me. Oh, I gotta stand. Oh, my neck hurts so much, man. God damn. Oh, gosh. Bone Fairy trilogy is planned. Ooh, a trilogy. I like that idea. Yeah. But I mean, like, hey, all these ideas are very good. I really do appreciate them, guys. Thank you very much. Okay. MODOK versus Red Skull. Maybe. I'll have to figure out how to introduce MODOK at some point, just because, like, I'm not a huge fan of MODOK the character, just because, you know, he is just a giant head that's smart. Here's an idea. A Gambit spinoff from the Wolverine movie, since Logan got shot in the head and they separate, no one hears from Gambit after that. Okay, that's another good idea too. I might try to do something similar, just because, like, I know I want to do like a Wolverine solo thing at some point, Uh, and the funny thing is, I was gonna try to use this Wolverine for that. So I might try to do something similar to that, Jake. So thank you for the idea. Because I know I do have a Gambit that I really do like posing. And that could actually lead into me making the X-Men at some point because I might introduce, like Professor X, or, Professor X. At the moment, the only street level character I've been thinking about is just mostly Spider-Man. Yeah, especially since no one knows how he gets the idea for his action figure character outfit after that movie either. True. Yeah, like I was gonna be kind of doing like this is the first appearance of Spider-Man costume, so I was gonna be kind of doing something similar to this. Oops. Something similar to that where, like I'll send you the script if you want me to, Mapleverse. If you just kind of want to, read through it, see what you think, and if you have any ideas for it, just feel free to send me a message about it. Um, but yeah, like street level wise, I haven't gotten that far yet. I've mostly just thought, oh hey, Spider-Man's pretty cool. Might as well, try him out first, just because Spider-Man's like the safest option. I feel like to do because everyone knows everything about Spider-Man, so it's just more easy for that. But other than him, I have been kind of thinking about maybe doing either Iron Fist origin story. Yeah, it's kind of like an origin story thing where it's gonna be like a short film, I guess. Like it's not gonna be like a full length film, but it's not gonna be, multiple parts. Like it might be one, two parts, maybe three at most, and then that'll be it for that. Or a year one type thing. Maybe closer to like a year one type thing, just because I know Batman has like year one and it's like a graphic novel that's like this big, and then that's just it for year one. But for my Spider-Man, I was thinking about making it like the first, like out of the like three parts that I was kind of thinking about doing, which I might try to make like altogether like at least like 30 minutes, and then just split it up into the different parts. Because like so far, all I have is just kind of like you know the opening is like after he gets his powers after like sorry, my mouth's just dry. Do I have a water? I do. Um, yeah, but he's already Spider-Man, but he's struggling to grow into being Spider-Man. Well, you see, how my story is going to start. It starts with him chasing the criminal who just shot Uncle Ben, and then, like, it has him, do what he did in the first Spider-Man movie, where you just see him yelling at the guy and dodging his bullets and fighting him and stuff like that. But then, just before he kills him, it starts back to how our story truly begins. And then you just see nerdy little Peter Parker being like, "Bye, Uncle Ben. Bye, Aunt May. I'm going to school." And then, like, I haven't gotten really far with it yet, but I'm getting close to where I want him to get bit by the spider, like story-wise, anyway. What time is it? 10:46. All right. If you connect a Marvel and DC, it can take place in the universe or the villains one. And there's only a few heroes left. That's another good idea. I do like that one. Yeah, it's kind of like, Peter Parker starting out. Like, I'm not going to get really in depth with it like they did in the Amazing Spider-Man. Like, I'm not going to show him be a kid or anything, but I'm basically just going to, just start off like a week or so before he becomes Spider-Man. Like, most I'm thinking is like maybe like a couple days before he gets bit by the spider. And then, he has his powers for like a week. And then Uncle Ben gets shot. And then, it all kind of it all goes downhill from there. And I've already had him meet Gwen Stacy in my universe. So there's already that. Like, so far for what I have written, I should say. Ah, God. Oh, my God. Excuse me. Where else was I going with this? But yeah, that's kind of what I have planned so far for my universe. Like the DC versus Marvel thing, that might not take place. Can't wait. Well, thank you. Thank you, Mapleverse. I really appreciate that. Yeah, and going back to the DC versus Marvel thing, like I'll probably do that at a different point just because, like, for me personally, like, I like the idea of DC versus Marvel. And also, only like a handful of heroes left from, each universe, like Flash, Spider-Man, Hulk, Batman, Superman, Doctor Strange, maybe, like them be a team trying to defeat, some super mega terrible threat. Actually, I could actually do that with my Deathlock's Deadpool thing because I'm going to be having them go to different universes to try and, stop a. Like for Galactus, I'm going to try to make him like, rather than just him eating, worlds, he's going to be eating universes. Like Galactus, destroyer of universes or eater of universes, something like that. Because I really feel like Galactus should be a higher level threat. Scheiße. Sorry about that. But I do like the idea for DC versus Marvel, so thank you for that, Vincent. Commission Absolute Carnage, so you can do an Absolute Carnage storyline before you do know. You see, the thing is, I still have not read Absolute Carnage. I've been meaning to, but I just have not, thought about it. Like, for most of my stuff, I'm just coming up with it on the spot and or stealing it from the movies. Oh, okay. It said connecting for a second, so I think my Wi-Fi just kind of went a little for a moment. Okay. What was I saying? Going back to kind of like the street level hero thing. I might try to do something with Daredevil at some point. I really want to see how Galactus works in a stop motion. You see, I kind of am too because I have the old Toy Biz one that's kind of a little, and mine is kind of a little wonky in the legs. So I'm kind of curious how, he'll stand when I'm trying to, shoot him, like, film wise anyway. Oh, damn, we have 6 people watching. That's badass. Oh my god. Oh, my knees. Instead of Fantastic Four, make it the Doomed 4 storyline. Goes each member gets taken one by one, and all those people. Ben Grimm goes to Doctor Doom asking for help, and makes it so Doom's worst enemy takes them with, which gets his attention and wants to help. That's not bad. I might take some ideas from that. So thank you for the ideas, Jake. Really appreciate it again. You know, you are like batting very hard for this man. Gets his attention now. Oh, okay. Just popped up again for some reason. But I do like that. Oh, my freaking knees are killing me, man. Like, I mean, then again, I have been, just sitting for like 2 hours straight. What time is it now? Almost 11. Uh, I'll probably stop this at like 11:30. Yeah, 11:30 maybe. I got ideas, bro. I'll tell you when we on headset. Yeah, like I mean, yeah, like heading home from work now. Talk soon, brother. All right. I'll see you soon, Jake. Or talk to you soon. I mean, yeah. Anyway, Jaffating. Oh damn. Yeah, I've done the same thing before, man. Like, I work at a gas station. Let me just say, there was one day where I had to work from 7 to like 2, and then I had an hour break in between, and then from 3 o'clock to like fucking 10 o'clock, I had to stand. Like, let me just say, other than that 1 hour, like, my legs were, dude, I was so dead at the end of the day, man. Like, because I got called in for a double because someone wasn't feeling good and, there wasn't anyone else to come in other than me. And I mean, I didn't have anything going on that morning, so I was like, why not? More money is more money. I'm a chef. Well, damn, you're a chef. That's fancy as hell, dude. Congrats. So what I'm understanding is you're making food and you're making great stop motions. Oh, maple, like the syrup. Okay, I get that now. Oh, dude. Like but I'm pretty sure you have it way worse than me, man. Like you're having to go like this all day. Just yeah, for me, I'm basically just standing and, walking around sometimes. But yeah, like dude, I couldn't be a chef, man. That would basically just destroy my fucking kneecaps. And like I used to have okay kneecaps before I had like a bad accident. But quitting soon to do security. Oh, that's cool. Is it like security for like a bank or something? Or is it just like security for like, like a big factory or something like that? And if you don't want to answer that, you can just say I don't feel comfortable answering that and don't have to say anything. Like I completely understand if you don't want to talk about it because it is your own personal information. Yeah, the only reason why I'm not so great about, just standing for like hours on end, because when I was in high school, just regular security got paid to sit down and do nothing. Oh, dude, that sounds great, just sitting down for a while. And then you probably only have to like, walk around for a little bit at a time when you have to make your rounds. Or when something shows up on camera or something like that. Oh, that'd be so nice, man. Like, truthfully, I've been kind of thinking about getting a different job too. Just because, like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy what I do, but it's just more the fact that my boss, retired. Excuse me. I'm just gonna move these real quick. I can bring my laptop and get some editing done. That's pretty cool. What was I saying? Right. Like since my boss retired, I've kind of just been, not enjoying my job anymore. Just because my boss was truthfully like a very good person. I really did enjoy working for her. And after that, like it's just kind of gone downhill. Like nobody knows what the hell they're doing. Yeah, nobody knows what the hell they are doing, and it's just making it very unenjoyable for me to be there. If you do Carnage Mac him, oh, make him more of a sociopath. I mean, it's a little difficult to make Carnage more of a sociopath than he already is because Like, dude's already pretty, pardon my language, but dude's fucking nuts. And I know it's kind of ironic that I am Carnage the Kid. It's like that a lot. Yeah, true, true. Yeah. And I feel like for like where I live, like it's a little more difficult to get like something that's, really enjoyable without having to drive like hours or hours like because for me personally, I don't like sitting in a car for long periods of time. And especially being head chef in a kitchen with lazy dude, yeah, I kind of know what you mean because I have a couple friends that work in kitchens and they don't like there's a couple people that are very lazy about it. Like, I mean, for me, like, I know I would try to do what I could the best I could, but I truthfully am not super great with extreme pressure because, like, if people start, freaking out at me, I truly just kind of, just shut off, like, and not in a good way. Um, favorite Batman villain? Personally, for me, like, out of all the villains Batman has ever had, dude, you see, it's kind of a toss up between like three of them, just because Mr. Freeze was a good one. I really enjoyed him. The Joker, definitely the best villain ever created in my eyes. I'll try to tell them to pick up the slack. Yep, like I mean, if they're not even going to listen to you to, try to pick up the slack, man, then like I think they just need to be let go at that point. You know. Anyway, going back to your question, Vincent. Mr. Freeze, Joker, and I've always really enjoyed Bane. Like just because Bane is just like like he reminds me of Batman, just like evil, if that makes sense. Just because Bane is like Bane is super intelligent, along with being like stupidly strong. Oh God, that was a terrifying noise. Please don't break on me, chair. For me, it's Scarecrow and Bane. Okay, yeah. Hush is another very good one. Hush is definitely um like I feel like just like the reverse Batman. Like they both go at each other like very well. They're both like super like scheming. They're scheming all the time, trying to figure out ways to stop people, and they always plan ahead like 15 steps. Also, the Batman Who Laughs, which is basically still just Batman, just Jokerized. Okay, I think I'm gonna have this stream go on for another 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna shut it off for the night. So, like any other ideas you guys have, just feel free to let me know. Like, like I know I said earlier, like any like certain thing you want to see, I will. Like if I really like the idea, I'll try to put it into my universe somewhere. Like if you want a Hulk versus Wolverine thing, if you want the Punisher to have a solo series, if you want Spider-Man to get the black suit, or just like small little things like I'm gonna stream in a bit in animators assemble Discord. Okay. I don't think I'm a part of that because Two Face is underrated. I agree with that. Two Face is very underrated man. I'm okay. Okay, kind of like a more sad thing. Okay, where it goes wrong. Okay, that kind of gives me an idea. like this is going to be part of like the multiversal team of Deadpool and Deathlock that I've already mentioned like 35 times this entire stream. Maybe like like one last hero on the planet left trying to save the day for everyone, and then he fails horribly and he is the last person on the planet left alive. And I am kind of stealing that idea from like it was some kind of Spider-Man story where Uncle Ben survived and got spider powers, something like that. um maybe or a Speedball story. Yeah, you see, I do have a Speedball figure, and I know I do have his first appearance, so I can at least try to learn a little bit about him. But I do kind of like the idea of like, something terrible goes wrong and it's, just everything went wrong. And I'm already getting a little bit of an idea for that. Like, Deadpool and Deathlock go to this planet to try to stop nuclear war. He tried to save everyone, but ended up killing everyone. Yeah, kind of like that. And becomes penance. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. But like I said a little earlier, I'm not the greatest with customizing, so I probably wouldn't be able to do that very well. Then again, I could probably um, ask one of the people in what is it, Animators Assembled, if they would like to help with it. Like I could just send them because I have a figure that I was planning on using for like a custom anyway that I bought, but I truthfully just haven't really had time to really figure out what custom I want to do with it because I had an idea for like making it into like an armored Deadpool, or not Deadpool, Punisher, I mean. But then I was just like, this wouldn't really work with the Punisher, I feel like. So then I just kind of gave up on that. I'd like to help. Okay, okay. Yeah, like, I mean, like, if you're willing to help, man, I'm like, I'll do whatever. But, like, I do like that penance thing. But, still working how to make my 3D printer for making a store for the animator community. That's pretty cool, man. I really like. I know like I'm not much of a stop motion guy. Like I'm still trying to figure that out, and that's why I'm happy I got put in a group chat with all the animators. But I'm kind of debating on like the Deathlock and Deadpool thing. That's kind of what I want to use that for. And I can already think of the title for the episode I want to use because I'm gonna make the Deadpool uh, Deathlock thing like a multiversal, series where they go from universe to universe. Yeah, it probably like I get the filament is probably expensive, but that's probably the most expensive part about 3D printing. Well, that's pretty badass, man. It's pretty badass, and I mean it would probably help you out quite a bit. But yeah, kind of what I'm thinking so far for that would be like Deadpool and Deathlock go to this universe where it's on the brink of nuclear war, and the heroes of that world are trying to stop it. About $20. Okay, so not as expensive as I thought. And then again, that might have also been when it first came out. So anyway, like the heroes of that world are trying to help it out, and a couple of the villains too. But as they're on their way to go, prevent it, that's when one of them's like, that's when one of the people in charge of the world is like, you know what? I am not going to stand by. I am going to launch these nukes. And he hits the button, and America and every other country in the world's like, oh shit, there are bombs coming towards us. We have to stop this. And then, you know, everyone else just starts setting off their bombs. And then, you know, Deadpool and Deathlock are like, okay, we got to get out here and save as many people as we can. But it's already too late. They can only save one final person on the whole planet. And I don't know who I want it to be though. Just because I feel like I know I want it to be someone who is like, at least somewhat powerful, like Blue Marvel, maybe even someone who's not even super powerful, maybe like I don't know, man, like I'm getting the idea for it now. Maybe like Ant-Man or, you know, like Spider-Man maybe. Kid Nova, Warlock, Lady Thor, Beta Ray Bill, Gladiator, Darkhawk maybe. Maybe Shang-Chi, Dark Knight maybe? No, Dark Knight probably wouldn't work very well. Maybe Union Jack? That one might work. Like he's on his superhero teams, the Invaders. Yeah, like have you know, like it's not gonna be like the normal Invaders, but like it's gonna have Union Jack. Dude, I know. Like you see, that sad ending thing. Like really kind of because every time I think of something, I always say, okay, I want it to end on at least a decent note, like where something might have gone wrong, but it's fixed and they don't have to worry about it anymore, or at least for a while. Or maybe like an Age of Ultron type thing where almost every single but then I would need to buy more Ultrons just because I don't really feel like editing in quite a few. Okay, who do you think would work better, like as like lone survivor of a universe? Maybe U.S. Agent. Like maybe bring in U.S. Agent. He was with Deadpool and Deathlock, and then you just see them go back to their home base in like Purgatory or whatever, and then you just see him drop to his knees and just go, no, just scream because he just lost everyone and everything he just loved and knew. Yeah, U.S. Agent. Maybe even I don't know, man. Like U.S. Agent's definitely a very good idea. Maybe even like I might even bring in like like T'Challa Star Lord. Maybe switch it out with him, or like Gladiator. Maybe Marvel. Fuck, maybe even Multiple Man. Sorry for the language and not warning you ahead of time, but U.S. Agent would probably work the best though. And then I could like slowly bring in like more characters over time. Maybe like yeah, like the people on like I'm getting this idea now. Excuse me. Yeah, like on the team, I'm kind of thinking, or have someone so powerful fall to save everyone and it just messes them up. You see, that's also kind of what I was thinking. Like I might actually do a couple stories like that now. I mean, they might, kind of be similar in things like that, but I, you know what? How would I have two of them be saved from that universe? Like, the most powerful man and the man that was, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm definitely getting the idea. Like, I know I definitely want to do the thing with U.S. Agent. I might do that with the Sentry now that I think about it, just because I never see anyone do anything with the Sentry. But then again, I never see anyone do anything with Blue Marvel either, or Wonder Man. And all three of them are pretty powerful. Hmm. I'm definitely really liking the U.S. agent part of that, though. Just because U.S. agent would be like the team's Captain America. If you do U.S. agent, the serum would take a toll on his mind. Yeah, but this is going to be an alternate universe where that wouldn't have happened. He still kept his mind sane. They both had similar incident take place, and they bonded about it and eventually worked together. And a plot twist can be that the Watcher made it happen on purpose. I do have a Watcher figure, and I do like that idea. Yeah, for the greater good of the universe. Yeah. Okay, just gonna screenshot. There we go. I hope it's okay that I screenshotted that. Just because I really do like the idea. Yeah, we find out later on in the series. You know what? I might just start off with the Deathlock Deadpool thing. No problem, it's all yours. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Oh god, that would make I wouldn't even say a great first episode. Have them go to a couple universes, be like, yeah, we're trying to recruit people to help stopping the whole Galactus eating universes thing, and we'd like to know we have your support when it does eventually happen. You know what? Okay. Yeah. Like this is kind of how I'm thinking about it. These two go to because Deadpool gets put on a mission from. You know what? I have the idea perfectly right now. The Watcher comes to Deadpool and is like, Wade Wilson of Earth, you are needed to save the multiverse. And Wade's like, why the fuck couldn't you get Spider-Man in on this? This is not for me. I am not the guy for this, man. And the Watcher is like, no, it must be you. You are the only one that is, worthy of doing this. And he's like, God damn it, I just made the chimichangas. And then the Watcher is like, don't worry, you won't have to do it alone. And then, he brings in Deathlock and is like, this is Deathlock. He will guide you through the universe. Cyclops should often get angry? Yeah, I feel like that works for him. I might go on a little longer with this idea. Or with the stream just because of this idea. Thank you, Mapleverse, for giving me this idea, man. And then they go to the first universe, and it's like, yeah, we're just trying to stop, this big bad guy from, destroying the universe. Or not the universe, the city. And they're like, don't worry, we can help you. And then, they just go on, help out with everything, and they make friends along the way. And at the end, it can be a joke about the chimichangas being too cold and burned. Yeah, that is a pretty good one. Or, it burns down his house or something like that. Oh, that's a very good idea, man. And then, yeah, because kind of what I'm thinking for the defenders, maybe the most powerful person on the team would be Wonder Man, just because he's super strong, he can fly, he can do everything like that. But U.S. Agent, Black Widow, Black Panther, maybe Wonder Man. So there's already 4. I feel like if I have a team of 5 or 6, that would be perfect. Union Jack, maybe an Ant-Man. Yeah, Ant-Man would probably be a good fit for it, actually. Those 6 are on the, U.S. agents world before it gets destroyed, and they're the only superhero team that can really stop them. Yeah, Wonder Man would be pretty dope, but I mean, this is also the universe that's gonna get completely destroyed. Granted, I could always bring these characters back in different universes, and then U.S. agents like, I thought I lost you forever, man. Like, and then he just goes up, tries to hug him, and they're like, who are you? And he's like, sorry, you look like someone I knew. Oh, dude, this is gonna be emotional now. Like, he goes to these universes, sees the people, that he knew as friends, just still living, but they don't know who he is or what he's done or what has happened to him. And then, he eventually gets, brought to a world that, lost their US agent, or, uh, their like Captain America stand in or whatever. And then, he makes new friends with, oh, okay, I kind of like that. If you want to bring in Nelson, you can have him uh, conquering planets in the Deadpool movie. Well, this isn't going to be a movie. It's going to be like a little mini series type thing that I'm kind of thinking of. But I do appreciate the idea, man. Thank you. But I still need to buy a Null figure, and he's like 50 to 60 bucks. And I mean, I really do want the 2-pack together, and that's like $70 together, and that's just something I can't really afford at the moment. That's the Animators Assembled server. Sorry? Oh, did you... That's the Animators Assembled. Okay, I don't know what you mean by it. That's the Animators Assembled server. There's no link popping up. It's truthfully it just says that's the Animators Assembled server, and then it just doesn't have anything after that. It's just blank. And for the second one you said that says the link, it's just says the link, and then it's nothing. Would you be able to send it on Instagram or anything like that? Just because I feel like that might be a little easier to do. Just because I don't know, like, because for some reason YouTube hasn't been posting the last like 3 live streams I did, because I did one of them as a practice, and then like last week it didn't post that one, and I don't know if it's gonna post this one either. So yeah, I'll try and stream. Okay, thank you, man. Messi or Ronaldo? Messi or... Are those soccer players? I mean, if they are, I'm not a huge like soccer fan, or like, fully honest, I'm not a huge sports guy, which is why I'm doing more superhero stuff. But I'm not a huge soccer guy, so I don't know who either of those people are, if I am honest. Oh, yep, there's the Discord server. Right, it showed up. That's okay. That's okay. Good news, Maple. Yep, yeah, I just saw it show up, and it does have the link. So we are good to go on that Discord server, and I'll make sure I join it as soon as I'm done with this. Sorry, I thought I heard something. It's really hot in this room. Are my eyes getting red? No, we're good. But, yeah. Like, I'm really liking the idea. Uh, yeah. And then, for the next, like, handful of episodes, U.S. Agent just hangs out with these two, trying to help him out, still be the hero, even though he did lose everything. Like, he'll be, very depressed and everything like that, being like, I don't know how I can, go on with anything. But, I still have to help people because that's what I, signed up to do. Like, he's just going to be, like, he's not going to have the exact same story as Captain America in his universe. Like, he will still get the super soldier serum. And everything like that, but, it's going to be a little different. He'll be broken. Yes, he will be very, very broken for long, long time after, you know, everything, happened to him, his entire planet dying. You know what I should do? I should have him, be married to the Black Widow. And the Black Widow, tell him she is pregnant with his child. Like, I know in, like, the comics, all the girls in the Black Widow training got a hysterectomy. But in this one, like, I'm just going to say that, you know, it didn't work for her, or that they just didn't do it at all in this universe. Just because I feel like that would, make the most sense. And, have him feel like I've lost everything. And then, boom, yeah, exactly. Like, loses everything he's ever loved, his wife, his child, his planet, his friends, his family, just gone like that. That will be, um, what is it? That will be his version of Endgame. That will be that man's Endgame, but it actually will be the end for him because, like, if you lose everyone and everything you love in your life, you just do not know how to operate anymore. You just feel like you don't matter anymore. You feel like no one loves you, everything like that. Oh boy, that's kind of tugging right here. Huh. You know what? I might another idea I kind of have rather than have him being, Walker. What's his name? Something Walker. Because I know the guy who plays him is Wyatt Russell. But anyway, something I just had an idea for. Uh, ooh, the SHF Andrew. That's a good one. That's a really good one, actually. But yeah, what I'm kind of thinking is rather than have him be like, the normal guy who plays U.S. Agent, John Walker. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, rather than have him being, John Walker, I make him Eddie Brock. Just because, Eddie Brock went into. No, wait, that's Flash Thompson. You know what? New universe, who cares? In this universe, Eddie Brock would have gone into, the army after, high school rather than going into reporting and, doing what he did to get up until, he became Venom. But, uh, the people in the army are like, hey, we want to have you do this program that we have called the Super Soldier Serum that we've been trying to configure since the 90s, and we would like to have you as a subject. And he's like, yeah, sure, anything for my country. He then gets there, and then, he gets pumped with the Super Soldier Serum, and he is the first case to work since they started the program in the 1940s. Like in this universe, Captain America didn't exist up until Eddie Brock became U.S. agent. Yeah, I really like that idea. God damn, why is my allergies just messing with me today, man? Like, I kind of like that idea. And then I might, you know, try to get Yelena Belova, make her the Black Widow in my universe, because I know I want that figure anyway, because it's very good accessories. Really do like them. Okay, I'm going way too hard for this one single episode, man. Like, I don't even have to, really even, say who he is. I could just use say, yeah, I'm Wyatt Russell, or not Wyatt, hmm, John John Walker, the Captain American experiment. Maybe. Yeah, but I mean, if it's called the Captain America experiment and he's going to be called U.S. agent, that just seems a little counterproductive. Or, mm, yeah, I think I'll still call it the Super Soldiers like project. Uh, but not and have Steve Rogers still be the first one to test it out. But he dies because it didn't work, and then they were like, and then they're like, okay, this serum is still not ready. We still need to go on with everything. Like it would have put Steve Rogers into a coma and just leave him kind of brain dead for decades until he finally passed away in 1980 at the age of 63 or something like that. And then Eddie Brock be the one to actually become the first super soldier and just have him take off his mask, be like Brock, Eddie Brock. Oh, you know what? That could be a two-parter. Just have him be like, "Hi, I'm U.S. agent, but you can call me Eddie Brock." Cat could be a villain. Mm, I might do that. I might have a universe where it's like all the bad guys are good and all the good guys are bad. I might do that for a different episode. Thank you for the idea, though. Oh God, my throat. Okay. Uh, you know what? For real this time, like as soon as my clock over there hits midnight, I think that's when I'm gonna end the stream. So that's about 30 more minutes. Unless you guys are getting tired and wanna go to bed. Like you don't have to stay, and I can just. Of course. Okay. Hmm. Maybe even add Wolverine to like the Invaders team. I don't get tired. I like that. I don't get tired. I just go to sleep to replenish my already massive amounts of, energy. You see, I don't get very tired easy either, but I don't know why. Like since I got back from vacation, I've just been exhausted, man. Like it really took a lot out of me. I'm assuming it's because, they were like 2 hours ahead and I would be going to bed at like, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and it would be like, 9 a.m. Not 9 a.m. because I went on vacation and everything was like 2 hours ahead, I want to say. An hour. Like, I don't know. Ever since I got back from my vacation, man, it's just messed me up, man. Especially since my father, when we were on vacation, did kind of like he's okay, but he did drown on vacation. X Force should be a military group. Okay, I like that one. I have a handful of like X Force characters. I might do that, and then that might be how I introduce my Wolverine. Yeah, I might do something like that. That might work. Oh, and another thing I just thought of for like, when he drops to his knees and says, "No!" Like, sorry that happened. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's perfect. He's doing perfectly fine now. He just celebrated his 55th. Wait, what year is it? 2020. Yeah, his 55th birthday this year. So I mean, he's doing perfectly fine. I'm just thankful my aunt was on the beach with him. It was a little weird because she did have to give him mouth to mouth. Like that's something that I find kind of funny about it. I mean, Cap could be Red Skull. That's another good idea. I like that. Uh, mm, maybe no, that wouldn't work for this universe. Like the universe I'm talking about with him. Maybe a different one though. I do like the idea though. Thank you very much, man. I'll actually. Uh, mm, I'm actually gonna take a screenshot of that just so I can keep the idea. Um, what was I saying? Yeah. Okay. Like as soon as I have him drop to his knees and be like, no, he then gets up, goes to Deadpool, be like, take me back now. And Deadpool's like, dude, I can't. Your world's gone, man. There's nothing to go back to. And he's like, don't you fucking say that. Don't you fucking say that. Take me back now. And Deadpool's like, I'm so sorry, man. I can't. I physically can't. You would die because of all the radiation. Like you wouldn't last 5 minutes. He's like, I don't care. Take me back. I want to go out with my team. And then Deadpool's like, dude, the best way to go with it, to continue to be a hero, is to live on with their memory. You know, treat you know, go on, save more people's lives like they would have. Like, don't feel bad because you survived and they didn't. Just remember that you survived for a reason. You are the reason that, you're not the reason that your planet, got destroyed. You are not a failure for that. It's because your governments were not very great, or, around something around those lines. Because, like, I don't know why I'm getting so many ideas just for this one goddamn universe that's going to be part of one episode. I might even try to bring him into the main universe at some point. Well, I mean, he's going to be coming back in, like, the big fight anyway. Like, for, versus, like, Galactus. Maybe even have Null be a part of it. Maybe Thanos. Or all the big bads that have, shown up throughout most of the films. Yes, Sabretooth could be an anti hero. I might do that too. That's another good idea. Maybe I could have him be on like the X Force team. Thank you for the idea, Vincent. I really do like it. Kind of working with that now. Dude, I really need to stop thinking about this one single thing because I am going way too in depth with just this one episode that people are probably gonna, basically throw away at some point. Like, just, forget about, I mean. Just being like, oh shit. Like, this one guy just lost everything on his planet. Lost his friends, lost his family, lost his unborn child. That's it. That's it. I kind of have another idea for that too. Like, this is probably kind of a little bit of a stupid idea, but I'm just going to say it because it popped into my head. But what if Black Widow did survive that universe, but, she got severely irradiated? Like, she's the only other person that survived other than the baby. And she becomes She Hulk. And then, little tiny, fuck, like the baby that's inside of her then becomes, you know, the Hulk. And we don't find that out until, he's like, I would like to go back to my planet to, you know, just say goodbye to my family. And they're like, I mean, it's still highly irradiated, but I mean, we could try to find you a suit so you can say goodbye. Yeah, the baby becomes Hulk. That's kind of where I was going with that. Like, I'll just say it's been like, 2 or 3 years since then. Or maybe not 2 or 3 years, mm, maybe like at least a few years later, Not like a few, like a few, like maybe about, yeah, because it takes a while for radiation to, yeah. Mm. Yeah, so I mean, he will eventually get a little bit of a happy ending, being like, my family, my family's back. God, I really like that idea. That's so fucking good. Have Black Widow become the Hulk, the She-Hulk, and then she gave birth. Because, hold on just a second. Because I do have Baby Hulk from that Old Man Logan 2-pack. Like, dude, oh my god. Yeah, well, now he starts playing. Like, she's the only other person to survive the blast other than, the baby. But she gets highly irradiated, becomes a She-Hulk. The She-Hulk then gave birth. Like, she still has the mind of Black Widow. So, there's going to be a portal that opens up at, like I'm just going to say, like, where their headquarters was in, like, Washington, D.C. or something like that. He's just like, I just want to go say goodbye to my friends and family. And then we just see him, in this suit, walking, like in a radiation suit, just walking through the ruins of his, you know, like his old, headquarters. He's just going to go to the main room, say a few words, and then just go back to where, Deadpool said the portal would be waiting. And then we just have this very, emotional speech where he's just, trying to hold back tears and everything. Like, it was an honor serving with all of you. Wonder Man, Union Jack, and then, like, just go through all the names of all the characters. And then, he finally gets to, and to the love of my life, Yelena Belova, and my unborn child. I'm sorry I couldn't do much to help rescue you. And then, we just start hearing a woman go like, in the back, being like, Eddie? And he just turns around like, and he's like, Yelena? And then, they just run at each other. She could find a spaceship and go to another planet, and then the World War Hulk storyline could happen. Yeah, you see, I feel like, changing, because if I do have, yeah, because, Eddie Brock is who I want to be U.S. agent in that world. Just because, I feel like I should just keep the main, 616 John Walker to, like, the main universe, And just in case I ever have them in the same film, I just don't want to be, too confusing, If that makes sense. Because I know I have the MCU one, and I also have the, excuse me, the comic book one. Yeah. yeah, and like she's in her hulked out form, and he's like, Yelena, and then she's like, and then she just starts running up and goes like, I thought I lost you, and you just hear, why are you big and green? He's like, I don't know how. I like after the bombs dropped, I was I was changed into this, and like I there's someone I want you to meet, and then she leads him over to the crib where there's a baby sitting in it, a little green bundle of joy, and he's like, it is oh my god, is that why are you blue, Walter White? I like that. I like that. Oh god, and like I'll have them go back to that. Just call it. I'm still trying to think of a name for like this multiversal series with Deadpool and Deathlock. Like for the like I know for the episode where I do the Eddie Brock thing, I'm gonna call it like the title will be the name of the series and then episode failure or loss or something like that. Just something that indicates that, oh shit, they lose, or something's lost in this. A bar could have gotten affected and you have Ursa Major. Oh, a bear could have gotten infected and then you would have Ursa Major. True, but I was thinking about. Oh, sorry about that. My nose is bothering me. Like I had a net. Like before I had the idea for my universe now. Like originally, I was gonna like fully honest. I was actually gonna just do like a Deadpool series where he goes from dimension to dimension. Just kind of doing what he would be doing in my universe, but um, I was actually gonna have him, for the first ever like episode, he was gonna go to a planet where all the superheroes were in, Russia, and you see like Red Guardian, um, Crimson Dynamo, Red Widow, Ursa Major, just like characters like that. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have about 17 minutes before I'm gonna end the live stream. So, oh my god, my legs are killing me, man. But I do like that idea, Vincent. Like Ursa Major. I like that idea. Oh, my feet are killing me, man. Ow. Where are you open? But yeah. But like that is a good idea. I really do like that. God damn. Why didn't I think of this? God. And you see, I feel like this is actually a very good idea for people. Like my live stream would be a good idea for people who are actually kind of struggling with, like trying to create, stop motions, or if they're stuck in a spot. Like I feel like this would be very, helpful for both me and them, just because, I can help them out, they can help me out. And then, because I feel like, like too many people just, try to start projects, and then, they get stuck and they're like, damn, I can't do this. I need some help, or, something like that, God, I really do like that idea, though, the John Walker one. Oh, my knees hurt. And before I forget about that, I will actually make that a shelf of like 5, 6 characters, maybe 7. Yeah, I think I'll do something like that. I might even steal a line that I saw in How to Train Your Dragon, like when Eddie and Yelena see each other after Eddie gets back to his universe, on the 1 year anniversary that his planet gets destroyed, and he goes to the table, says everything, and then says my beloved Yelena, and then he just kind of just loses himself for a little bit, just starts crying, and then just hears someone behind him say, Eddie? And he turns around all like surprised because he's like, I thought I was by myself. And then he just sees a hulked out Yelena be like, just hand over her mouth like, oh my god, Eddie, I thought you were gone like the rest of them. And then they just go in, hug each other, embrace each other. Like, she's basically, squeezing him to death, and he's just like, accepting it just because it's like, I've missed you so much, and oh god. Then he sees the baby for the first time. Oh god. Now that's emotional, man. God fucking damn. Why do we keep going back to this? Oh, fudge me, bro. Maybe even the Winter Soldier could be on that team. Sick idea. Thank you, man. God, you see, this is why I like live streams, man. They kind of help me get my creative um, stuff moving in my brain. This kind of reminds me of the episode of What If, where Black Widow and Hawkeye are the last 2 Avengers alive after the nukes were dropped, and oh shit, what happened? And Hawkeye sacrifices himself to save Black Widow because Hawkeye, after losing his family, he's just like, I can't do this anymore, Nat. I'm done running. I just want to end it. I am tired of being alive, and I just want to, go be with my family again. Like that's kind of what I'm thinking when I'm thinking of the John Walker thing. And then, like how the Watcher saved her and then brought her to a different universe where, she was dead. Dude, like that episode was so good, man. So good. Definitely one of the more underrated episodes of that series, and I hope we see more of her because my god, man, like so good. So good. All right. So we have about 10 more minutes left. So, uh, anything else you guys want to talk about before I shut the stream off in 10 minutes? God, I've been fucking streaming for 3.5 hours. Ghost Rider. Okay. Okay, I kind of know what you're trying to say. You see, Ghost Rider is kind of a little tricky for me, just because, like, I enjoy the character, but I don't know a lot about him, you know? I mean, if I ever decided to do a Doctor Strange thing, I could definitely bring him in. Would he be part of any of the faces? Um, maybe. I might try to do a Doctor, like, bring him in with a Doctor Strange type thing. Just because it makes kind of sense that, I mean, if we ever get a Mephisto figure, which they already made one, but we can't get it because it was part of the, HasLab Ghost Rider, which, yeah, dude, I really wanted it. I was very tempted to, go fund it. But I mean, I physically could not for the price they were asking. Like, that was like $450, man. Yeah, damn HasLabs, man. Like, I mean, like, I get the Sentinel was probably, very expensive to make, and it is like 3 feet tall, But I mean, for like however much money they were selling it for, like, that's a lot, dude. That is a lot. And there are some people that have like 3 or 4 of them, like something stupid like that. But yeah, I will try to think about some Ghost Rider things that I could probably do. Like, I definitely know that for like my my phase 1, like, I think I have a good enough idea to at least go with it. Unless I do try to bring in a oh, come on. Oh, what was that? Uh, Expensive for no reason. I know, right? If you do Ghost, if you do Ghost Rider, be a host and have it be a possession. Okay, I kind of like that idea too. Thank you, Vincent. All right. Okay. Yeah, like, I mean, I do like that idea. Ghost Rider would probably be a good one. Maybe even Cosmic Ghost Rider. I might do something with that. What's tomorrow? Thursday. All right. So from what it looks like, we have about 5.5 minutes left. So, uh, like, again, anything. Yeah, Cosmic Ghost Rider would go crazy, but I feel like I should do a little more with that rather than just be like, oh, Ghost Rider, but he's space. Like, I kind of want to do a little more, like, do what Donny Cates did, bring him from the, like, an alternate future. Be like, oh yeah, he's always been here, just in the future, helping, Thanos and stuff like that. Like, I feel like I should bring him on a little later. Like, maybe even in the multiverse series type thing. Not so sure yet, but I might do something with that. All right. Any other things you guys want to say before I shut the stream off in about 4 minutes and 30 seconds? Oh, God. Oh my God. Just because I will probably do something with that. Ghost Rider should be a horror stop motion. Maybe. I kind of like that idea. Horror stop motions. I don't see a lot of people doing those. I know I voiced in one of them. I don't remember for who, though. I know I played Pennywise. But horror stop motions are definitely something I never see anything of. So that's a good idea. I like that. Thank you. Okay. Alright, and I know I am kind of sitting a little low at the moment. That is because I am kind of leaning forward to... Oh, God. Yeah, horror would probably be the best idea for that. Like a Doctor Strange and a Ghost Rider thing. Halloween special? Maybe not a Halloween special just because I really... it might work better on Halloween, so maybe I might make it a Halloween thing. And I might try to do like a, like, you know, like just holiday specials, like, you know, one for Christmas, one for Halloween, one for, like New Year's, maybe 4th of July. And for like the Christmas special one, I just go around to different people on holidays being like, happy holidays, and then, you know, follow the thing, you know, maybe even follow Peter Parker during his last Christmas with Uncle Ben before he gets his powers. Something like that. I'm not so sure. Midnight Suns, another good idea. Might try to do something with that. Alright. Oh God. Oh God, I just cracked my jaw. Alright, so we have a minute and a half left until I'm about to end the stream, so anything you guys want to say before we leave? Because I just want to say thank you guys for, you know, sticking around as long as you have. I really do appreciate it. And, like, I'm going to be doing another one next Wednesday at around 8:30 Central Time. Very nice. Season 2, Episode 1. That's badass. Yeah. Because I am going to be trying to live stream at least once a week at about 8:30 p.m. Central Time for the United States. And I'm going to be trying to do it like at least for, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe even longer, like, you know, this one is. Alright, we have about a little over 30 seconds before the stream ends. So I just want to say thank you guys again for, you know, staying as long as you have and giving me some fantastic ideas. Yep. Yeah, you too, Vincent. Thank you, man. You have a good night as well. Alright, 20 seconds left, so again, thank you to everyone who's watched and everyone who will watch after this is posted. So I just want to say, hope you guys have a good night. Thank you for watching. I appreciate everything. And I hope you guys have a good night. So, WStream. Thank you very much, Maple. Really appreciate that, man. Alright, we are now 10 seconds past the stream being over, so I'm gonna probably go finish my TV show that I was watching before I started streaming. And then I'm gonna go to bed, so you guys have a good night, and I'll catch you later. Yep. Thank you guys. Peace. Have a good night.